Hello there, good afternoon. Welcome to Save with Crypto. My name is Save with Crypto, and that bloke below me is not here. However, there was a bit of echo in the other thing. Yeah, I don't know where Maff is. I thought he was going to be around, but I'm not sure really. Anyway, just say hello quickly to Scotty. Hello, Scotty. Ding Dong. Is it? It's not Ramadan. Oh no, not is it? Don't think. Anyway, WJM, lots of EGLD news on X at the moment. Yeah, I must admit. Okay, if you watched my video this morning, that was about me and EGLD. I kind of was. What was I going to do? I was going to do a video saying, right, I've sold everything and I've just bought EGLD. And I thought that might be a little bit misleading, so I thought I'd just do an April Fool's trade, and that is this one here. And for those astute ones of you, that you will notice it's actually a demo account, actually, because yeah, I well, I don't know, it might come back. I hope it does, because I do actually still have some, like spot. But this here was a leverage trade. Well, still is actually. I was kind of hoping it'd be like massively down there, so I could sort of say, yes, it's really bad. But in fact, it's only like 4% down. I did increase the size of the position though, because I didn't do it properly on the video. So yeah, this is just a demo thing on ByBit. So it's actually 5,000 EGLD quantity, which is worth $19,359. Wow. Okay. I never had that much ever. Anyway, but yeah, so I don't know. We'll just see what happens with that. I mean, to be honest, I mean, they've done this Supanova thing, this thing here. But, I like to think, the crypto thing is all about, one day people will actually use stuff, so the headline for Supanova is decoupling consensus and execution. Okay. So, well, what's that all about then? Well, Supanova is a fundamental protocol upgrade that rethinks how consensus and execution interact in MultiversX. Rather than optimizing around existing constraints, it removes one of them entirely. Okay. So from Andromeda to Supanova. With Andromeda, MultiversX eliminated several long-standing bottlenecks in consensus and finality. Blocks could finalize faster. Cross-shard execution was streamlined and overall responsiveness improved. Yet one major constraint remained: execution. Are you with me? Transaction execution was still synchronous and tightly coupled to consensus. As long as blocks had to be executed before they could be finalized, execution time could continue to cap how fast the network could move. That almost makes sense, almost. Supanova is designed to remove the remaining constraint. I don't really know what this is all about, but I guess that's because I'm not a blockchain developer. But, would there have been a better way to say this? MultiversX is going to be like really fast, really cheap, and everyone's going to use it because, Anyway, in that video I did this morning, I did have a bit of this video here, and this is what I found interesting, was the bit Benjamin says here.
It's almost like these tools give you a big bulldozer to go out, and although you don't know anything about the back end, the front end, whatever, you can at least build a first version that you can play with, and then you can show to other people and so on. And usually that would take you months, if not years before. So
right, a couple of things there. What was he on about with the bulldozer? If I had a bulldozer, would I know where to start, even though I didn't know the front end from the back end? Very weird analogy that. I always associate bulldozers with like just knocking down shit, just getting rid of stuff. And also, his internet connection's rubbish. So, okay, so they've got the fastest blockchain in the world, and his internet is rubbish. You'd have thought, you know, he'd have made sure he at least had it working properly. Anyway, continue.
It's really, really awesome to see this live, and I can't wait to actually see other people and other builders. Because a few in the community that have discovered these superpowers, but not enough people yet. So maybe there's a bit of how should I with more people they find new
Do you know what I mean?
arms.
His internet is worse than mine, and like, you know, mine's a 22 quid a month plus net thing. I can't believe. All right, it's probably in an airport lounge somewhere or whatever, but you know, I'd have made a point of, like, you know, making sure at least my bloody internet worked anyway. So EGLD. So I'll stop talking about this in a moment. But yeah, I found this chart here. This is the this one seems to have the most history. This is the MultiversX tether one with crypto.com as a data source. So let's just put that at the peak there, which was about $555, wasn't it? Is that actually on it? Let me look. No, it's not, is it? Why is it not? I've got the magnet on. Okay, so that was the peak there. And we actually had an all-time low last week, I think, or was it this week? Let's just zoom out a little bit. Because I thought the all-time low was then, back in October. But in fact, we actually came even lower the other day. So we actually came down to there, didn't we? Like $3.70. So that actually means that from the all-time high, it's actually down 99.33%. I don't know. I don't know if that'll ever recover, to be honest. They've got to do something with getting around this thing of, like, you know, having the most confusing product in the world. It is just really, really confusing. And, you know, all the stuff about Supanova is just, like, really strange. You know, you got all these, if you look at the subtitles there, you know, the core architectural shift, block production before Supanova, blah, blah, blah. Why this matters. Why does it matter? Okay, execution is the most resource intensive part of block production. Removing it from the consensus critical path allows the protocol to progress at the pace of agreement rather than computation. This enables shorter block slots, more predictable finality, and more stable behavior under load. These gains come from architectural change, not from tuning parameters or relaxing guarantees. I don't know. It's just, I mean, to be honest, you know, I was on the Maftopia show yesterday with Maff, and we were talking about AI slop, you know, as in novels and stuff. And, you know, we had this example of a book there. And this isn't much better than that. It's kind of like, it's way too wordy. And I'm sure it could be written more simple. Anyway, I'm moaning a bit, aren't I, really? Anyway, I'm not sure if EGLD will ever recover. It certainly won't ever be back to its kind of, like, you know, its $550 thing, and all these people on X sort of saying, you know, it's definitely going to 10,000, all that sort of thing. It's nonsense. I really do think it is nonsense. Just can't see it happening, really. Anyway, so that's me. Sorry, I meant to go back to that one there. Let's just have a quick look at the comments. I think Math might not be in today. I think you might be having his day off, actually. I think we agreed he'd not do Wednesdays or something like that. Anyway, so I've got what's going on. Minku and Vitalik picture on X. Have you seen it? I have not. Let's have a look. Let's share that tab. So I found it for Minku Vitalik. Will I find it? Vitalik. That's Lucian. That's Lucian with Vitalik in 2018. We were at a table talking about sharding and how blockchains could actually scale by running execution in parallel. At the time, Ethereum and Elrond had the same thesis. Both believed execution sharding was the path forward. Okay, so that's probably not the one, is it? Is that the one you mean? Probably not, is it? Let's have a look for Benjamin. Benjamin. I mean, you know, I hope it does do well. I just can't see it at the moment. Oh, okay. Was that the picture you're talking about? Okay. Let's have a look at the chart a little bit closer. Maybe I'm being too critical. So the chart was, what did I say? EGLD. I think this one here is the best one. Let's go to the 1 hour. I mean, to be fair, since that all-time low, which was, when was it? It was Sunday. No, it wasn't. It was yesterday. Is that right? No, it was actually Sunday, wasn't it? Okay. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, you could have bought EGLD on Sunday, and today you'd be like 3.69% up. But this is supposed to go live, this Supanova thing, on like Thursday. And like you would have thought that people would be, you know, people who believed in it would be, you know, buying EGLD on the belief that it was going to be the next biggest thing. And you would see some sort of pump, wouldn't you? But nothing really. Let's put on Quadzilla. Look at a daily. I mean, to be fair, we are getting these super ups, aren't we? I suppose. I mean, maybe that trade will work out, and I'll just really regret that it's not real money. It's just a demo account. But to be honest, if that happens, I'm not that bothered because I've got some spot EGLD anyway. Well, I say it's spot. It's actually tied up as LP tokens with Zoid Pay. So we're all waiting for that as well. So I'm not sure what's going to happen there. The latest on Zoid Pay is nothing as far as I know, but they believe they will be able to get the app out in Q2, which starts today, doesn't it? So Q2 2023 was the original thing that Edward told me for getting the app out. So it's been dragging on for 3 years easily. Although to be fair, that was a kind of different idea for the app, which was scrapped, and then there was another one, and then that didn't work. So I don't know what's happening, to be honest. It's quite annoying how long it is dragging on, especially when Edward said that we'd have the app in January. So yeah, there's that. Okay, let's have a quick look at the comments again. Right. I've actually got quite a few viewers. I do think the EGLD thing does bring people in. Maybe that's it. Anyway, Kaz is here. That's great. Hi, and ding dong back. Okay, there's a lot of dinging and donging. Defines finance. It's like they had AI write all this stuff. It's kind of like that, isn't it? Yeah. I don't know. It's just that with MultiversX, I've never seen one thing actually been written simply, as in, you know, get X portal, it'll make your life easier because you'll be able to do this, you know. Instead, oh no, you can swap EGLD into Cantina Royale or something, and kind of like just weird tokens that nobody's heard of, and you know, they all died really. Anyway. Scotty, Tap Global retraced all its gains. Boo. Right, I'll tell you what about Tap is I have, via our friend Roman, I have been kind of like trying to arrange something with Arson. We were going to do the recording on Thursday, like tomorrow, but it might get pushed back to Friday. If that happens, that's okay. It is going to be a little bit rehearsed in the way that, you know, we've got a set of questions that have been taken from like public questions. So we're kind of going to go through the questions, and Arson is hopefully going to give us some answers. I mean, there won't be anything sort of like negative in there. That's for sure. It's all going to be positive, because we don't want to spread negative vibes. I believe there will be good news. And yeah, I really hope so. And I'm hoping that's why it's been delayed until now. But yeah, the plan is to record that. If not tomorrow, it will be Friday. And then I'll sort of edit it over the weekend. I'm not going to do, the plan is to not have cameras on. So it's literally just going to be the three of us talking with a tap splash screen in the background. So there's not going to be a lot of editing to do. Yeah, that's it really. Okay, so WJM EGLD will be back to $70. We'll be fine to break even. Well, that's good. That's good. It's really hard to say what my buy price was. It used to be like $7, but I did sell a chunk a bit higher than that. But the other stuff, because it's in LP tokens, is a bit. It's a bit of a mixture, really, to be honest. And I'm not sure what I'm going to swap into Zoid Pay and what I'm going to swap into, or keep as EGLD or sell or whatever. Anyway, Yak 1991 saying hello there. I hope EGLD would gain some momentum. I mean, it should, because technically it's great. It's just I just think their marketing's all weird because I don't know. It's just I don't think they make anything appeal to like normal people, and it's the sort of stuff where I don't understand it, and I should do, because I don't think I'm that stupid, and I obviously know a bit about crypto, but I just find it really confusing. I mean, it's not as bad as Hatton Protocol. That was the most confusing thing on the planet ever. Space Cat is saying you can easily detect if it's AI. Just search AI detection on Google. You will find easy. Just copy and paste. I'm tempted to do that, actually. Dare I do that? I don't want to be too negative, though. You know what I mean? So I'm just having a quick look about AI detector. Okay. Right. So let me just share this tab here. I was hoping I could just give it a URL. Yeah, I'll just get the text. Hang on to it. So I'm getting the MultiversX Supanova page. I'll tell you what as well, it's the slowest loading page ever as well. Unless that's my crappy internet. Right. So I'm gonna just pull that lot. put that in there. Detect text. And we'll see what it says. I guess that'll take a little while, won't it? I'm just going to... So this is what I gave it. So I'll give it the whole page. I just did a Control A on the entire page. So we'll see what it makes of it anyway. Meanwhile, let's go back to the comments again. Okay. It's a fake. It's not really Vitaly. That. Oh, really? What, that one from 2018? Right. Keir Starmer just pretty much announced the rejoining of the EU. What? I mean, good, but like, I don't believe it. Cars, no, Starmer. He is such a soggy lettuce. Soggy lettuce is a good description, actually. A lettuce would do a better job, Cars. Yeah, I agree. I started following you because of EGLD back in the beginning. Oh yeah, I thought I recognised your name. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to be realistic about EGLD because I thought it was going to be amazing, and just everything just seemed to have got worse. You know, it's kind of like like the tech's got better, but like the basically the price of everything's gone stupidly down. XMEX was like, I don't know, just the weirdest thing ever. I've got like 3 billion XMEX or something. And like, I don't know what's going to happen. But anyway, thanks for following me along. I'm not going to give up on it. I'm just bitterly disappointed with the way it's gone, to be honest. Anyway, Space Cat is saying it's interesting how Google is different everywhere. In my end, it redirects me to a website called GPT-0, but they are... Yeah, GPT-0 is the one I'm looking at, I think. Let's see if it's done it. Oh, okay, let's change this tab. Okay, it says your text is most likely human written, may include parts generated by AI due to GPT. Okay, all right, let's give them that then. Okay, fair enough. Well, there you go. Probably not AI. In which case, who did write it, and why is it so confusing? Anyway, sorry, I keep coughing. Should we have a look at Bitcoin? Let's do that. So EGLD, yeah. To be honest, if you believe in it, then it might be worth getting some, because it's certainly not been much cheaper. It was cheaper yesterday, but cheaper on Sunday, but this is insanely low. I mean, I remember thinking like below $100 was a bargain, and here we are at 3.5. It's just mad, isn't it? So I don't know. It wouldn't be, if I didn't have some already, it wouldn't be something I'd be looking at. But if you have it already, then is it worth doubling down on it? I mean, if like WJM, if my entry was like $70, how much would you have to spend to sort of bring your average entry down to like say $30? And if so, would that be worthwhile? A worthwhile place to get out? Because I think it'd probably go to like $30 or $50 somewhere. I can't see a problem getting there. But it depends, what the actual impact of Supanova being out. I mean, it's supposed to happen like tomorrow or Friday. So, we'll see. Anyway, so have a look at Bitcoin, see what that's doing. Yeah, okay. So just going to remove some of these drawings from here. Okay, I think they were like old things. All right, so I'm looking at this with Quadzilla, obviously. This has been great, actually, because yesterday we were looking at this on the 1 hour time frame. We were looking at how the level came back to this 1 hour retracement yesterday. Was that yesterday? Yeah, it wasn't. No, Monday. Absolutely beautifully. Since then, it's gone up. It's gone up quite a lot, actually. Doesn't look much there, but that is actually like 4.8%. So it's not bad at all. What is it going to do next? Well, to be honest, I think it's actually doing really good, because this yellow line here was a 21 EMA. The green one's a 55 EMA. On the 1 hour time frame, they crossed bullish yesterday. Okay, so that was a good sign that the trend is to the upside. And then after that, I start to look at higher time frames. So I'll probably look at something like the 2 hour time frame. And you can see here that on the 2 hour time frame, that did cross bullish at 5 o'clock this morning. And that's looking good to me. As you know, I do like to add the 5 EMA in. So let's just do that on Quadzilla here. And the 5 just kind of follows the price, really, but you want to see the 5 nicely above the cyan 9 EMA, which it is at the moment. So to me, if they spread out nicely going up in that order, green, yellow, cyan, red, which is 55, 21, 9, and 5. If they spread out nicely going that way, we should see a nice trend to the upside. Now, I think this is going to be a problem here when we get to like pretty much 70k. We'll probably reject there, and we'll probably do the same up here as well. But I think there's a fairly clear run, I would say, for the next, like, $1,400, that kind of thing. That's the way it's looking to me. If we look at that on super low time frames, like the 1 minute, you can see this has been behaving beautifully as well. So like early this morning, we went up there, came back down, completed that retracement there. We did leave this bearish one on the way up. So yet again, that's at like 69k. So, we might head up there and bounce back a little bit there. So I think this area here is going to be the make it or break it thing. So we'll have to see what happens there. Meanwhile, just a bit of sideways at the moment, and it's completing all these 1 minutes absolutely beautifully. No problem at all there. Nothing's completely oversold or overbought on that time frame, so that's fine. Let's look at my 12 minute, which is my weird one I like. Okay, well, 12 minute looks like we could get a pullback down to here, but I don't think that's going to happen at the moment, because, as I say, the actual trend is still pretty positive. So I'd start to worry about this if we start to see the yellow come below the green. At the moment, we want to see if it's going to do the kind of thing it did here, where it looked like it was going to come back and cross, but it didn't. And if it does the same again, that'll be great. Even something like this, where it sort of tries to cross, wiggles about a bit, and then eventually just carries on up. That's the sort of thing that will happen when you've got a pretty strong uptrend. So that's what I think at the moment. I think that uptrend is fairly good up until about 70k, and then it might get a bit more interesting after that. So that's really good. Let's check the 4 hour. 4 hour, you can see it's pretty much beautifully went up to that 69.2, and it rejected there, which is as you'd expect because that is a bearish retracement. So that came back down there. So that's all pretty much as is. That's good. Yeah. Let's go out to the lot. Let's go out to like the daily. Right. So on time frames like this, you can see that on the daily time frame, the trend is still to the downside. So you've got like green, yellow, cyan, red in that opposite order. Okay. Now at the moment, the red 5 EMA is starting to come up a little bit. Okay. Now on the daily time frame, this all happens like pretty much, you know, in slow motion. It all happens very slowly. But if you see this kind of thing here, so if you think about that being a bit like this bit here, this red 5 EMA has come down below the cyan. It's starting to head back up now. So usually when they cross, you normally see, you know, a reasonable sort of move upwards. And then obviously from there, you know, you're looking at the next one crossing, which would be the yellow and the cyan. And that one worked out there and it went up a little bit. Obviously, you know, these things happen very, very slowly, but I don't know. To me, that looks really good. And if we get eventually, if we get that yellow and the green getting close to each other, and if they cross over, then we should go back up. Should go back up quite a lot. Now, this is obviously a bit different to some of the lower figures that we've been talking about. So that would happen if that kind of like getting close but not doing it happens like that there. If the green stays above and the yellow keeps going heading downwards, then we could come down to these much lower levels here. Hopefully not 26, but you know, sort of just lower really. I can't see that happening at the moment. So I can't see that. It is worth bearing in mind as well. If we just turn off Quadzilla for the moment. So obviously today is the 1st of April and we got a monthly close. So you can see here it's been absolutely bloody awful since October. So October, November, December, January, February were all like red months. March did actually end on a green candle, so that's good. That is very good. It would have been great to see a bullish engulfing one, but obviously that wasn't going to happen. We'd have had to got above like 78 whatever K to do that. So it's not brilliant, but it is a green candle nevertheless. So that is, you know, the sign that things might be changing around slightly. I wonder if we've got examples in the past. This one here, not so good. It just went up a little bit and started going back down again. This one here was actually a bullish engulfing, so it went up. That's about all we got there. It's also worth bearing in mind that we're actually in a new quarter now. We're in Q2. So if we look at the 3-month time frame, you can see that Q4 of 2025, that was red. Q1 of 2026 has been red. So far, it's only today, but so far, you know, starting to get a green quarterly candle now. This would be one that I would absolutely love if this did end up like a bullish engulfing. I mean, imagine that. We'd have to get above 87.7 by the end of April. But I think that's not impossible. If that happened, that'd be great. That'd be great to see a bullish engulfing there. That would be lovely. But we'll have to wait and see what happens, you know. It could just do something similar to what it did here, you know. It went up and then sort of came down again. So went up, came down again, and then went up later on. I think that's more the sort of thing that Maff was looking at overall. But yeah, there's that. Anyway, let's have a look at the comments. Every month I buy like 20 USD to get my price lower. I'm down 3K with an average of 50 to 53. Okay. Yeah, which seems a long way at the moment, but it seems a long way in a way that's more than a 10x, but at the same time, we got down here pretty quick, you know, so yeah. It depends how they market it. It depends if they give like normal people a use for it, you know. Anyway, Aussie's here. That's good. Good eye, mate. Good eye indeed. The trend is your friend until the end. Indeed. Indeed. The thing is, though, is like, you know, people always say that, but it depends what time frame you're looking at. You know, so at the moment, like I'm saying, on the quarterly time frame, the trend is definitely down. But on the hourly, it's looking good now. But I'd love to see something happen anyway. So what we got happening today? Is this today? Retail sales month on month. Okay, that's probably fairly important, isn't it? ISM manufacturing PMI. That's at 3 o'clock. Okay, quite a bit going on. I guess this is tomorrow. Oh, God. Okay, Trump's doing something tomorrow. Okay, all right. And non-farm payrolls, 3rd of April. So what's that? That's Friday, isn't it? Yeah, it's usually Friday, isn't it? That's going to be a good one, isn't it? Yeah, we'll have to see what happens there. So I think I'm probably not going to do much more. Actually, I'm feeling a bit snotty today, so I don't really feel like talking too much. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. Anything else of interest? We've got Swissborg down a little bit. That's unusual. Pippin. Pippin's up a little bit. Yeah, all the good ones like Ethereum and Bitcoin are all doing all right, aren't they? There's Solana doing. Yeah, Solana's not brilliant, but I just can't believe when it came down below $100. It just never went back up. I mean, it will one day, of course, but like, yeah. Okay. All right, I haven't got much more to say, really. Anyway, Ether's almost having a 21.55. Oh, is it? Okay, we'll have a look at that. Is Trump going to deliver a big banana for us? I don't know. I think it's been a bit sort of like harsh how he's been speaking about you know, other countries go and get your own oil, that kind of stuff. I don't know really. I mean, he'll just, I don't know, whatever he says, and they. Right, let's have a look at Ethereum. Oh. Pop on Quadzilla. And let's look at the 4 hour. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's quite interesting, isn't it? So right, so Ethereum's been coming down. Did that low on Sunday. And yeah, it does look like we're going to get a cross of the yellow and green 21.55 EMA there, doesn't it? And hopefully that'll be something better than that one there. More like something like this one here. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? A nice big push up. Yeah, imagine that. That'd be great, wouldn't it? Yeah, that's cool. So what this might do is it might do what it did with this retracement level here. So you can see here it went up, sort of touched it, came back down, and then it's gone up again. And this one might do the same. It might go up to here, like to sort of 2,200, go there. Usually overshoots a little bit, comes back, and then goes for it again. So that would be good, wouldn't it? So Ethereum. Yeah, this is the 12-hour time frame. Yeah. I don't know. I've got a good feeling about April, but then I know everyone's going to start saying, "Oh, go away in May," or was it sell in May and go away? Everyone's going to start saying that in May, aren't they? And then everything will die off again, and then we'll sort of regroup again in September. But I hope not. I hope not. I mean, crypto generally has had quite a battering over the last few months, and it does deserve a little bit of relief. I think the end of this Iran stuff would be a major step forward in the right direction. Really would. Yeah. And as Ozzy says, expect volatility. Yeah. All right, look, guys, I'm gonna leave it there because I'm a bit snotty, as I said. I need to blow my nose and just do stuff. All right, well, take care, everyone. Let's just have a quick look at that EGLD trade before I go. And just for anyone who missed the start, this was just a demo account. I haven't sold everything and bought only EGLD. Was just a bit of an April Fool's, to be honest. But by the way, it'd be funny if this turns out really good, though. Kind of wish it was a real trade, really. Maybe I should. Do I want to trade EGLD? I don't think I do, actually. It's just too weird. But there again, at the moment, there is only really good news happening, so it might be an option. Don't know. Let me know what you think. Anyway, right, I'm going to go now and feed my daughters. It was quite cool last night. For anyone who was on Mathtopia last night, I did the stream with Maff, and I had my daughter along as well. So we were talking about books and stuff, So she was there. Mad with Crypto, her name is, and yeah, that was really good last night. So if you didn't see Mathtopia last night, go and check it out. It was quite cool. Anyway, she had quite a nice time and enjoyed herself. It was good. All right. You like your rum, don't you, Ozzy? Brilliant. Get a nice hot rum, lemon, ginger drink. Yeah, sounds great. Okay, I might do that. All right, take care, everyone. I'll be back tomorrow with Maff. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. And I think we might be doing a Mathtopia as well tomorrow, but we'll see what happens. All right, take care, everyone. Play safe and see you later.